plan, we're going to be more stubborn this time and have a mandatory wait time between moves.
Crossing through law enforcement announcing charges against TikTok stars Bryce Hall and Blake Ray for allegedly hosting massive Hollywood Hills house parties in the middle of a public health crisis. You should be modeling great behavior. And colleges continue to report surging numbers. Indiana University is now ordering 2,600 students from 8 Greek houses to quarantine, following what the university called an alarming increase in cases. And at the University of Notre Dame, this week, in-person learning is set to resume.
The virus hit us harder and more swiftly than we expected.
And here in New York City, the union representing school principals and administrators is blasting the city's plan to reopen for blended in-person learning September 10th. They say that plan is indefensible and the need to teach both in-person and online is going to create a staffing crisis. Eva?
Trevor, thank you. Joining us now from Canada is Dr. Todd Ellerin, an ABC News medical contributor and infectious diseases physician. Good morning to you, Dr. Ellerin. You just saw in Trevor's report a Nevada lab confirmed the first coronavirus reinfection here in the U.S. What does that mean for us, and what does that mean for a vaccine if this virus is mutating?
Good morning, Eva. First off, I want to just, comfort people in saying that we expected this. We know from the family of coronavirus that cause the common cold, people get reinfected. The more concerning part of this is that this patient was reinfected less than 2 months later and had more severe disease. The hope is with reinfection, because we have memory immune cells, that most reinfections will have less severe disease. That remains to be seen. What this underscores is the importance of labs not only to be able to identify COVID-19, but to also be able to sequence the virus so we can tell whether there truly is reinfection or just persistence of old infection. The other point that was made in the story is that we can't feel like we're invincible after we get infected. We have to continue the basic infection prevention measures of distancing, masking, and hand washing. Let's try to follow to that same concern. This is a single case. The more mutations, the more genetic diversity, the more challenging it will be for a single type of vaccine to be able to be only one of those disease. But right now, the number over 6 million patients have been infected, and reinfection seems like a rare event, at least at this point.
Let's talk about testing. Earlier this week, CDC said people who have been exposed to the virus do not necessarily need to get tested if they are not showing symptoms. Local health departments are saying not so fast, calling the CDC regs haphazard and bad policy. These are two very different messages for people. What should people know?
As an infectious disease expert, this change in guidance was very surprising. Remember, we know that pre-symptomatic infection can be highly contagious. And we know that we have 1,000 deaths a day in the United States and tens of thousands of cases going on a daily basis. We need to test more, not less. Now remember, the CDC did say that, anyone can be tested, but you want to talk to the virus first. I would say, most importantly, anyone who's exposed to someone who's positive needs to be tested. That should change.
All right, Dr. Todd Ellerin, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you for being with us this morning today. All right, now it's time to get over to Rob Marciano, who's in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where Rob, you've been showing us the incredible damage level right there.
Yeah, I think I hit hard with the pandemic, so this is a 1-2 punch for sure. And yesterday, on top of all that, it rained much of the day, and they started their first whole day of cleanup and recovery. So certainly insult to injury. This wasn't the only place that had some bad weather yesterday. I want to pick in Connecticut, this town, North Bradford. I got hit hard with a severe thunderstorm, tearing down trees and power lines. At 1.90% of the town was without power. That's intense stuff there. Also, a tornado reported out of Mississippi. That's just unreal. Power flash, the whole thing. Tornado out of Mississippi goes with the leftovers of Hurricane Laura, which is moving to the northeast, we mentioned today. And then this front behind it kind of stalls. We'll see rounds of severe weather across parts of Oklahoma, northern Arkansas, including Little Rock, maybe getting into Memphis as well. Damage and winds, a couple of tornadoes, and a lot of heavy rain. This front just sits there. So 4 to 7 inches of rainfall in some spots, that's going to be enough, certainly, to do
Let's check the national headline otherwise. Time now for a look at your local forecast.
Locally, it's all about the heat. We've got a heat advisory in effect. This starts at 10 a.m., goes until 9 o'clock tonight. You wouldn't be shocked if that gets extended another day. Peak heat index values 108 to 114 degrees. Stay cool out there.
This one report sponsored by Geico. One of many insurance companies that will be busy here in South Louisiana this weekend. Guys, back up to you.
Steve is incredibly tough there. Thanks again, Rob. Really appreciate it. And coming up here on GMA, NBA players head back to the court. The agreements reached on promoting social justice and the overall impact on the sports world from everything that's been going on here.
And a voice from the next generation. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter makes an impression the March on Washington.
Motorcycle riders love being the road. Geico plus help riders get to where they're going. Does it help even more? Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Gift Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit will last your full policy term. The Geico Gift Back, helping riders focus on the road ahead.
This weekend, Macy's get an extra 25% off new fall arrivals when you use your Macy's Carter coupon. Plus, buy more, save more on beauty, now at Macy's. And Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees.
Hey fellas, we've got a talk. It's about your food. It has spray-on freedom and powdered meat. It's time for fresh food that belongs in the fridge next to our food. Now, who's hungry? Fresh Pet.
I got Gucci. It's meat flavor all year. Whatever that means. From the sporty chic to the sun star. Go show off and let's raise the bar. Whatever this year looks like, get fresh looks at Old Navy. OldNavy.com.
Back off.
You're not welcome here.
Get out of my face.
HPV can cause certain cancers when your child grows up. Get in it today. HPV can affect males and females, and it's no way to predict who will or won't clear the virus. But you can help protect your child by taking the first step. The CDC recommends HPV vaccination at age 11 or 12 to help protect against certain cancers.
A cancer? Not our child.
Don't wait. Talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination today.
Look at that scuffed up wall. Embarrassing. That wall is your Everest, but not anymore. Today, let's paint. And right now, get incredible savings on bare premium paints and stains, exclusively at the Home Depot. I have so many questions, Sister Lucy. Why would you choose you, child with Home Depot? We're calling it a miracle. That's really PG-13.
Ashley Home Store's Labor Day mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses or pay 0% interest for 8 years. Only at the #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer in North America. Ashley Home Store. This is all.
What's up, America? You ready for a new season of dancing? Well, we are back in the ballroom. But who are the stars?
Watch Good Morning America next Wednesday for the full cast reveal. Then the dancing season premiere live Monday, September 14th on ABC.
Hey.
It's time to crack an egg.
Any style neighbor or smile. Well, not this is great. Time to share a story. It's a great way to start our discussion with old friends. Or when you're a caregiver, time to breathe in. Good job. The money all It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun. Cheers. So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/near you.
When Hurricane Laura threatens,
It is going to continue to steadily intensify.
or if you turn to us for complete on-air, online, and even on-the-go coverage in Dead Hay, Montana, Louisiana, you're trusted us to keep you informed and safe for things we'll never take for granted. The devastation, it just goes for miles. We weathered plenty storms together, and we'll be here for you for the next 1 month. 13 hours is here.
Welcome back to GMA, and it's the restart of the restart with the NBA player.
I want these sunglasses on top of it.
Dress
What
changes,
an amazing
facing
deal.
justice.
It's kind of like eBay. You pay for every
guidance to a
Top Hatter. Many items start at $1 and sell 90 cents.
This says this court world of reels from the powerful move to pause practices and games this week following protests demanding justice for the police shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. NBA players who ignited it all agreed to resume playoffs. In a joint statement with the league saying, "We had a candid conversation regarding our next steps to further our collective efforts and actions in support of social justice and racial equality." In the meeting, the Players Association settled on several commitments to promote social justice and push for meaningful and sustainable change, including establishing a social justice coalition that would focus on a broad range of advocacy issues.
That was predominantly African American being to see, our black brothers being shot and killed on a daily basis. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to us. And so everyone expects us to go out and fight. I get it. So we needed some time.
The meeting not without drama. Superstar LeBron James reportedly walking out. The Lakers and Clippers said to have voted against resuming games. All this as tennis all-star Naomi Osaka donning a Black Lives Matter shirt, marking her return to the Western and Southern Open semifinals. The two-time Grand Slam champion initially withdrawn from the tournament in support of racial justice. And this morning, we're learning that Madison Square Garden will be turned into an early vote and election day polling site. The NBA team is working to do the same in every city that the league franchise owns and controls the arena property. So those players are really trying to get the league involved. Well, coming up on Good Morning America, following in his footsteps, the powerful impression Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter made at the March on Washington. I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines from Trelegy, the only FDA-approved once-daily 3-in-1 COPD treatment. Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy. Trelegy is the power of 1, 2, 3. I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace or rescue any 100% breathing problems. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsen breathing, chest pain, lump or tongue swelling, problems irritating, vision changes, or acne occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about once-daily Trelegy at the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.com.
It's time, the biggest sale of the year on the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. Can I help with snoring?
I've never heard snoring.
Exactly. No problem. Done. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition Smart Bed, plus 0% interest for 60 months. And it's money. Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Great tasting and sure, with 9 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and nutrients to support immune health.
You hear that? That's your weather dad crying for help. Well, you do nothing. It's inviting those peace over for Target practically all today. Let's stay. And by now, get incredible savings on their premium paints and stains, exclusively at the Home Depot.
He was the last page, and I opened it up and I knelt down. And he came out, they say, do you believe in love at first sight? Yes, when it comes to a dog. It was love at first sight. Most family, so I think